Things really started picking up speed in the fourth Zombies map of World at War. Loads of new material was introduced, including new ways to defeat the undead and new lore to go along. Nocturne Toten established Zombies itself. Shinonuma started to set up the story to come, and Varuk introduced everything in between. But this new map was much more. This is the map that significantly built up the zombie storyline, the map that gave us much with the radios and new characters, the map that introduced many conceptualizations including people and monkeys alike, the Giant, or simply, Reise.
No power. Weak.
In this first half of the Reise two-parter, the lore will be the main focus. Before we get into Dr. Max's, his supposed ally Dr. Richtofen, Max's daughter Samantha, and all that stuff, we gotta cover other important parts. The Ultimates group's origins were set up here, in this facility. The Doctor and his test subjects are very paramount to Reise. The 3 test subjects were brought to the facility for testing a few years before the events of the zombie outbreak at the Giant. Tank Dempsey, who was captured at Verot, Nikolai Belinsky, who was captured at the Battle of Stalingrad, Takio Masaki, who was brought in from the Rising Sun facility. These 3 were experimented on by Richtofen, who had used element 115 on them. He treated them to serums made of 115 and vodka for Nikolai, to observe the effect of the mysterious element on humans. This caused extensive memory loss, which aided Richtofen in his goals. The Doctor's group was spared from becoming zombies, unlike many other subjects of Group 935. However, their fate was much worse than that of the average shambler. After the initial outbreak of the zombie horde at the factory, Richtofen woke Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takio from stasis so that they could help him. Their journey through time and space officially commenced at this point. From 1945 to 1956 to 2025, Ultimates fought off the zombies and advanced the Doctor's goals. This led to the destruction of the Earth and the takeover of the zombies by Richtofen.
You guys are too stupid to quit.
Now onto one of the most pivotal characters in all of Zombies, Dr. Ludwig Maxis, the head of Group 935 who had a major role in the creation of the zombies as well as the destruction of the planet. He founded the group in the 1930s to research element 115, found near Breslau, Germany. His primary goal was to help better humanity, but later he wanted to help Germany win the war with the element.
And try to win this damned war.
He created a multitude of things with 115. The ray gun and the Wunderwaffe DG2 were the results of his experiments with the element and weaponry.
And we fully anticipate mass producing the Wunderwaffe within the next few years.
He had a part in the creation of the chemically engineered beverages we all know and love. His experiments led to the use of teleporters and other devices such as the Pack-a-Punch machine. But the most notorious thing Maxis created with the use of element 115 were the zombies themselves. He discovered that the teleporters he built could reanimate the dead, as well as dogs, which ultimately led to his downfall in the entire zombie storyline.
Activate power. It's all right. Stay there. Calm down. I order you. Kill it. Bring me another.
Besides the giant facility that he had constructed, Dr. Maxis also had research stations in the Austrian Alps, Siberia, and Japan. These bases served him and his agenda well. In Austria, rockets were set up for transportation to the moon. In Japan, element 115 extraction. In Siberia, tests on subjects like Nikolai being run. Out of all these places, Reise was the most important. Almost everything Dr. Maxis created came from here.
See you, maggot bags! Time to gut these brain bags.
Dr. Maxis didn't accomplish this alone. He had an ally, someone he could trust, or so he thought. Dr. Edward Richtofen.
Damn it, Edward! Did you set up the device correctly? Yes, Doctor.
First seen in Shinonuma, The infamous doctor had plans of his own, aside from those of Group 935 and its founder. While he was part of the group, he performed tests on the aforementioned subjects. He also aided Dr. Maxis in his experimentations with the teleporters and the DG-2 weapon. Richthofen had just as much a part in the creation of the zombies as Maxis did. He eventually had an opportunity to transfer power from Maxis to himself,
Goodbye, Dr. Maxis.
and he gladly seized the moment without hesitation.
15.
Dr. Maxis had a daughter, Samantha, who accompanied him to the facility in Breslau. She had previously been experimented on by Richthofen in Siberia. Soon after she was brought back to Reise, Maxis began his experimentations with the teleporters. He created zombies, but his plans extended far beyond human test subjects. He needed something else to send through the teleporter. Samantha was the answer. Maxis wanted something new to experiment on. He needed something that would give him something other than an undead human. Richthofen faced a similar predicament that Maxis had. He wanted something new to send through the teleporter as well. Samantha had a dog named Fluffy that Maxis gifted her, the perfect subject for the test. Maxis and Richthofen sent the dog through.
Edward, tie the damn thing down!
When the door opened, a hellhound emerged. Since Samantha saw Richthofen press the button that transformed her dog into a monster, she began to hate him.
That's not Flossie anymore.
When Maxis and his daughter went up to the dog, Richthofen trapped them all in the teleporter.
Edward, what are you doing? Open the door! Edward, open this door now!
He then transports them away into supposed oblivion.
Goodbye, Dr. Maxis.
However, Samantha materialized at the moon and entered the MPD, and Maxis went to the crazy place. Richthofen's betrayal led up to the destruction of the Earth and the Doctor's rise to power.
Time for a fire sale!
This is where things really start up in the zombie storyline, with Richthofen, Samantha, and Maxis in Reise the Giant. As always, make sure to like and subscribe.